Alright guys, welcome back. We are going to be installing a center stand from SW Motech today on the Kawasaki Versys. So here are all the parts that come in the kit. We also have the instructions here. Somewhat confusing. First step, you are going to remove this with a 5mm Allen wrench. Alright, next step, you want to take out these two bolts and remove this plastic cover plate. You actually have to go in here, but the problem is, this is too fat. This socket that's a little bit skinnier, this is an 8mm nut, so just make sure you have something that's thin enough to fit inside. Now that we've got these bolts off, we will just pull this plastic cover off. And by the way, now that you have the front sprocket uncovered, it's a good time to clean your chain. There's tons of dirty grease and gunk. So finally on the left side, you want to take off this bolt, the middle bolt, and then the bottom bolt down here, and this should just fall off. Those are all 5mm Allen wrench bolts. And then finally on the right side, you just want to take off this plastic cover here. It's just one bolt with a 5mm Allen key, and then it slides up from this bottom piece that fits into there. Alright, so once you have the plastic panel off on the right side, the next step is to take off the metal panel here that has the right peg mounted on it. So there's two 6mm Allen bolts on the top, two 6mm here, and then one 6mm just above the peg. Once you take those out, it should just pull right out, but be careful because there's a lot of stuff connected on the back side here, so make sure that that doesn't get strained too much. And this is the part where it gets a little bit tricky. Once you have all of the side panels off that you need to pull on the right side, we just secured this in place on one of the bolt holes. Now you have to pull off this bolt, which is on the left of the two. Disregard that, it's actually the bolt on the right that needs to come out. So the annoying thing with both of these bolts is they are just bolted on the other side, and so as you're spinning it to try and loosen it, it just spins freely on the other side. So you can see there's a spanner that I've put on the other side of the bolt, which you have to fish through the interior of the frame of the motorcycle to get on the other side of that bolt, and then you'll twist this and you'll see the spanner start to move. Hopefully it'll get caught on something. There, you see it's moving. The other piece that you have to get to is very well hidden in here. So if you locate your oil filler directly below your oil filler, you have to move this out of the way, which will reveal a bolt right here. So this is a pin that goes all the way through to the other side. That is 14mm. Okay, so I think it's a little bit easier to get it from this side. So that same 14mm nut on the other side is being held by a spanner. And then we're gonna get to it on this side. You can barely see it, but it's right there. And we can just hopefully back it out this way. Success! Now we are on the installation part of this little job, and this looks pretty confusing. We have a lot of bolts and spacers and nuts and springs.